Welcome back to the HaasOnline training series. In this session, we're going to take a look at the order bot. Now, the order bot allows us to add conditional orders to any of the exchanges we support, meaning that we can have conditions such as if the price is this or if the price is that. We can also say only execute an order if the previous order was executed. This allows us for a large amount of versatility in the way we actually set our orders and what happens after we set them in an automated fashion. Another nice thing to note is since the order bot doesn't actually place the orders on the exchange till the given price is met, we can over leverage our BTC and have a larger amount of pending orders than we might have been allowed to do on the exchange itself. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. First thing we gotta do is log into the Haas instance, and the order bot is interesting as it's one of our more basic bots, and we find that our user base is using it to implement strategies like the little old lady or the nanny nibble strategy. If you're not familiar with those, you can definitely find them online, or we might cover them later in the official Haas videos. But for now, let's go ahead and add the bot. So as usual, on the left hand side, click custom bots, hit the plus sign, and then we're just going to kind of scroll down till we see order bot. Let's go ahead and click that, and as usual, let's just use the 88 BTC. Let's go ahead and add the bot and click into it. Now immediately you'll notice a bit of a different interface than what we're used to. Generally what we see is a bunch of settings. However, now we just have general settings and then this add pre-order. And of course we have a full screen, so there's actually more functionality to the order bot than what's being presented. So let's look at the very basic usage of the bot. Now obviously we have our general settings, bot name, account, and market, and then we have this pre-order button. So let's go ahead and click that. Now when we click add pre-order, we'll get this edit order button or window show up, and there's few settings within it. So the first thing we have is our order template type. This can be limit order, market order, no timeout limit orders, etc. Then we have our direction. Are we trying to buy or are we trying to sell in this order? So in this case, let's go ahead and say we're going to buy. Now we have a target price. Now in order to get this target price, I have to be looking at the charts. I don't have it open, so let's just say that looks like a good price, and we want to buy 1,000 ADA. Now that is enough to hit save and have this execute the order. However, we want to make sure we add some conditions. So what we can do here is we can do before and after order. Now obviously we don't have one set, so we'll have to come back to this. And then we have our trigger type, lower, higher than, or default. Default means just execute the order immediately. But let's say I want to do that by when the price is lower than 0.015. Now what this says is that if the price is ever lower than 0.015, I want to place a buy order for 0.01 or at 0.01 BTC of 1,000. So if I hit save, we'll notice that this shows up. Let's go ahead and add another order. I want to set a sell immediately after we buy. So I'm going to go ahead and set a sell. Let's say our target price is 0.02, 1,000 ADA, since that's what we bought. And we want to say after order, buy at 1,000 ADA at 0.01. Trigger type. Let's say we don't want to put the order immediately on the order book because we don't want to affect the order book. When the price is higher than 0.019. So anytime the price is higher than 0.019, I want to place a sell order at 0.02 for 1,088 only if the first order, our buy, went through. Hit save. And now we'll see we have two orders. So the way this bot will work is it'll constantly be retrieving the price. It's a very low resource bot, so you can have tons of these. We have users who have over 200, 300 of the order bots just sitting there waiting for prices. And what will happen is we have our first order of a buy at 0.01, and only if the price is less than 0.015. So if that occurs, place our buy order. Next we have a sell order. So if we bought the coin, then at any point the price is above 0.019, we want to set a sell at 0.02 for 1,000 ADA. But we only want to do that if the first order happened. Now I know what you might be saying. Okay, well that's cool. Can I do another order? Well, yes, you can. The order bot allows you to place as many orders based on different conditions as you want. So if I can say, I want you to do before the sell, but after the buy. So between there. it can get rather confusing, but just note that it's granular enough so you can do one buy and multiple sells down the road, or one sell and buy your positions down. So kind of like a DCA sort of behavior. It's just not automatic. You have to preset it. So that's the very basic usage of the bot. So let's go ahead. I'm going to delete these orders. And let's take a look at the full screen options. So if we click full screen, you'll see here we have our standard full screen interface. We have the bot we're looking at, the chart interval, and then our standard options up here. If we go to general settings, we have our general settings, as you can imagine. Then we have our pre-orders. Now this is the exact same interface as the add pre-order on the other screen. So we're going to go ahead and skip this. Then we have our template manager. Now we understand with certain strategies, there's defined templates, specifically with the little old lady and the nanny nibble strategy. And you might not want to set up the pre-orders yourself every time. So what we allow you to do is create templates. So if I click new here, I can give this template a name. So we'll just name it template. And we can actually set our buy and sell orders the same way as we did with pre-orders. So I can set, I want to buy target price 1%. Now what this means is when we add the template, it's going to ask us what our target price is. This is think of this as the base price for every other calculation we're going to do. So what this is saying is from our target price, we want to do 1% below that for the amount of 100%. So this is also going based on the amount of coins. So if we say 1,000 coins, obviously we're going to use all 1,000 of the coins there. And then we set our trigger type lower than trigger offset percentage. This is what our trigger value is, and then we can actually set an offset to it. So I can just say lower than, or I can ignore it altogether. And then we have the same thing with our sell orders. We have our target price, so I want 1% above our base price. I want to sell it all only after we buy order one's filled, and that's it. So let's say that's our template. We can go ahead and click save, and now we'll have this template show up, and we'll be able to select this order template to be inserted. So if we go ahead and select that, it's going to ask us what's our base price, 0.0, let's say 0.015, middle for 1,000. We'll hit insert. And then if we look back here, we'll see that our target buy and sells are set. And that's pretty much it for the order bot. It's very straightforward, but it can be used to create some very interesting strategies across a large amount of pairs, since the order bot is a very low resource intensive bot. We can also set up conditions for as complicated or as simple as we want, and the bot will execute them. Now, I mentioned that we can over leverage our BTC. What I mean by that is I can have 5 BTCs worth of orders pending, waiting in Haas, but I only have 1 BTC in my market. So if we're doing a strategy like Nanny Nibble, where we're waiting for certain prices to be hit, we don't want to just rely on certain markets. We want to spread that out across as many markets as we can. That way, when the prices actually do hit, we can immediately issue our buy and then set up the rest of the sell strategy. I know you're probably confused on what a Nanny Nibble is or little old lady. You can definitely look them up. I have a video online on a different channel regarding Nanny Nibble, and I'll definitely be looking at bringing that into Haas main proper. As always, if you have any questions, you can leave a comment below or join us on Discord. And if you like these videos and you want to see more of them, just hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified when the next ones come out. Until next time.